you make a difference to somebody else out there, you make a lot of difference to many lives out there, that is when you are an asset in the community, right? You have to do good deeds out there to support your fellow human beings out there, no matter what color, creed, where they're from. If you've supported them well, then you are an asset in the community. Of course, here on community radio, a lot of things are volunteer geared. So without the wonderful volunteers who are all assets in the community also, we could not be able to do all these programs. It's a lot of sacrifice, and I give them all a big hug, not all together, but one at a time. I give them a hug because without them, we could not do these programs at all. So they're also assets in the community. So I see nobody's woken up this morning. You lazy, sleepy mob. That's what you are.
We've got people on live on Instagram.
Well, wow, we've got one wonderful guest here in the studio. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Farah. People may know me as Farah Ferrero on social media. What else?
Well, now I'm telling you one thing, that people out there, they will be more interested in your second name. We need you to tell us a story about that later on.
Okay.
Right? But for the moment, just spell it for them so that they don't start mistaking you for a Ferrari.
Ferrero. And Zed yesterday was calling me Ferrari on the radio.
Of course, this particular name, it brought a lot of happiness to my producer. He was ready to open his fast. The way he was looking at me, he was giving me those hand signals, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I think he was trying to tell me that Ferrero Rocher is what I want, and this is what happens with the name. So Farah, this week, Saturdays and Sundays here in Leicester, we do all the charity work here. The wonderful charities like One Nation will be here with us today, which you know them very well. They're doing a lot of wonderful work here, and they are all assets in the community as well. Now, of course, the reason why you were selected, not elected, selected, most of the politicians in the world nowadays, I don't know if they're elected or selected. What do you think?
Personally, I'd say more so selected.
Of course, now this is a perspective of a young person from the millennium generation, and they have their own views on how they should shape the community and what they think should have happened in the community or should be happening in the community. We'll talk about that later on in the program, but for now, let's talk about Farah. Let's put her in a spot and let us literally go through her CV and connect you, the listeners out there, with this one individual who has walked into the studio, has woken up, made a sacrifice, and come here at 10 a.m. while all of you ain't going to be waking up till 1 p.m. or 1:30, near enough the time for Zohar. That is what you're going to do, right? So Farah, what inspired you to be rising up and early in the morning?
Well, firstly, yesterday when you told me 10 a.m., I was like, I can't believe Zed is making me wake up that early on a Saturday. Secondly, I guess it's just the strive to make a difference and change mindsets, and that's exactly what I want to do, and that's exactly who I try and surround myself with. There's so many people in the community who are assets, and so active right now, and it just is such a breath of fresh air to see young people wanting to make a difference, whether that's in the charity sector, whether that's in the community, whether that's in mental health. Anything and everything they're able to do, motivate people, encourage people. It's so nice to just see people being so selfless, because I believe in a motto, and I live by this, I swear by this: a little kindness goes a long way.
Of course, that is the mindsets that we are promoting here all of the time, is that all the young people, more and more of them, that we would like them to have that kind of mindsets. Mindsets equals values equals care. And care is all to do with sharing and caring, and a lot of care in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
And all then falls into the parameter of our lovely deen when you have that kind of mindset. So all these parents out there who are still asleep, apart from Firoza, She's awake, and we know Firoza. I know her very well. So, not her personally, but her family. So, the mindsets of all you parents out there, if you start introducing your children into the world of charity, you select a charity that you think is going to do good deeds and support them, and your children at the age of 4 years old, even, you will have invested a lot of goodness in them at that age. So that's mindsets. You see how you develop mindsets. Now, when did you start in the charity sector? How old were you?
Probably a very young age. I come from a family who regularly used to organize like dinners in the community,
Well,
get-togethers.
they never invited me or my producer to any of those dinners.
If they did, I don't think they'd have any food left to serve the other guests. But
My producer yesterday, we said we're gonna have a soup iftar, and he was the only one sat in the corner sulking. Soup and him don't connect at all.
really, why?
He's not a soup man, and I'm telling all our listeners out there that this Ramadan, let's develop the world of soups and keep it humble.
Zed's making a stand. Hashtag bring back soups.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of health and there's a lot of wealth in that as well, you know. So, guys, we got to be very mindful that Ramadan is not about stuffing yourself silly. It's all about being humble and exercising the whole meaning of Ramadan. So, my producer is saying that you can be humble and eat meat all day long. But the other day we were talking about this subject, and I was worried that I shouldn't go out because all the butchers in Leicester will be waiting for me outside the studio. But thankfully, I went through the other door, and they missed me. So, you know, we're talking about charity now. I asked you a question earlier on. How old were you when you started in this field of charity?
There's probably not a precise age I can pinpoint, only because
From
it's
school, from university?
I think for myself, I got into it after, I'd say, college. But prior to that, oh, alaikum salam. Prior to that, it was something that my family always did, so it's sort of instilled in me.
MashaAllah. This is very good to hear, right? Some of your brothers and sisters are listening in, and it's good when I know they're listening in. They send me a message, and I feel good, you know. I feel good that somebody's woken up, so made a difference already.
Yes.
If anybody could make Harun wake up in the morning on a Saturday, then I've done well. Already I feel my day is complete, right? When Mr. Master wakes up in the morning to listen in, then we have success already. You see, we made a difference already.
Yeah.
So this month is all about being mad and making a difference to your fellow human beings. Now, sometimes, you know, you have to live your life as if you were a tree. What does a tree do?
Sways in the wind.
No, a tree gives out oxygen that gives life to people out there. All of you out there, imagine if every tree out there had a Wi-Fi signal on it, right? Imagine how many people will be planting trees in this world.
You're
Right.
starting to sound like a movie that I've seen.
You have seen this movie.
Yeah.
I just zedified all that and made it all up, right? So live your life like a tree and give. A tree gives out oxygen every day, and sometimes we forget, Farah, about oxygen, carbon dioxide. We don't understand that very well, do we? The natural elements. And from that, we derive our living, don't we?
Yeah.
That
The
Allah has-
necessity to survive, right?
Allah has blessed us, hasn't
Yeah.
He? Every one of us is an asset, if you think about it, right? Your biggest asset, what is your biggest asset? Tell me.
I'd just say my biggest asset would probably be my ability to relate and make friends, really.
No, Farah, today you and I is going to learn a lot from each other. Either you're going to be zedified when you leave this studio, or I'm going to be Farrahified.
Ferrerified.
Ferrerified. I'm going to be like a Ferrari when this program is finished. Well, I'm going to tell everybody out there listening in right now that your biggest asset is you, yourself, you and you and you. What you can do with your time is your biggest asset, right? So everyone has to look upon themselves, look in the mirror, do the MRT, mirror reflection therapy. MRT, let's have it again from you.
Mirror reflection therapy, that's a tongue twister.
And that is what we need to do every day, mirror reflection therapy. We have to do the MRT, and then that is when we realize that, yes, I am. You must believe that you are an asset, that you are the one who's going to make a difference to yourself, to your family, and to all the people out there. If you can't do that, then you're not going to have a good day when you leave home. So we wake up in the morning, brothers and sisters, we have to be full of energy. We have to say, yes, Allah, you have given me one more day to go out there and do a lot of good out there, right? And that is when we start our day. If we don't start in a positive note like that by appreciating what Allah has given us, then Farah, we've lost it, haven't we?
Yeah. What was your purpose? What was the purpose of your day?
There will be no purpose, because your time and you is what it's all about, right? Not for you to say that, no, my day has to revolve around another person. No, your day is you. You are the biggest asset of your life, right? You are the most important person in your life. That is what I tell people. So when people out there, everybody's an asset, but Farah here is the one who's going to now tell us about her journey in the world of charity, what she has done and what she's going to inspire me to do and everybody else out there. So Farah, on a count of one, go.
Well, initially I was just a volunteer, like every other young person in Leicester. I was just getting my hand in every event and trying to get involved with as many charities as possible. Not even with the intention of getting my name out there, just for me to do something meaningful. Eventually, I then travelled out to the border of Turkey and Syria to give aid to refugees with SKT welfare. And then I was basically offered the job as a Midlands fundraising officer. And it was just my calling. It was just perfect for me, and I have never looked back since, alhamdulillah. It's been one of the best decisions I've made in my life, and it's just a fun job. If you're passionate about charity work and helping people and wanting to make a difference in this world, wanting to leave your legacy and your footprint behind, then I'd say the world of charity is the route to go. And I'm not saying it's a walk in the park. It is hard.
So you would also agree that it's important that parents should start their children off in charity as early as 4 years old?
I don't know how early they should start them off, but if the parents are doing, work in the community or charity work themselves, then at least make it apparent to the child that, oh, this is what we do, this is the norm, and this is how little you can do to make a big difference to somebody's life.
Well, here's what I'm going to suggest out there, brothers and sisters. If you agree with me, raise up your right hand. If you disagree with me, raise up your left hand. I'm watching you in the studio here as if I was sat next to you in your lounge. So here's what we're going to do. We tell the parents today, please come here and support the One Nation charity. Bring your 4-year child, 5-year-old child, bring your children, and let them feel the passion to hand that charity over. Right? Let them feel that experience and let them be around that atmosphere, and they will be better for it one day.
Of course, without a doubt. Somebody over here said there's nothing wrong with veggies on Instagram Live.
Farah, when I grow up, I'm going to have children and I'm going to make them charitable from the day they're born. That's what I'm going to do. What about you?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Thank you, Azra.
All the Farah fans are waking up now. They're a bit slow, aren't they?
No, I had 10 on live earlier.
10?
Now it's gone down to 4.
I have more than that sleeping, and they're listening to me in their sleep. Many of them, they contact me and they tell me, look, don't worry. If I wasn't listening to you awake, I was listening to you asleep.
Okay, that's not creepy at all, but okay.
It is very creepy. It is very creepy. These are the kind of fans that you meet out there, right? And I ask them the question that, were you listening in? He said, "Arey bhai, main to so raha tha, to main Sunrata, that means while I was sleeping, I was listening to your program.
They're dreaming of the Z voice,
These are totally
the
zedified
inner
human
Z
beings,
voice.
human beings who are being zedified. Of course, this is what we are saying, that are you ready? All of you out there, are you ready to take on these challenges of life that are going to make you, shape you? They're even going to protect you, aren't they? In your life ahead.
In your akhirah, that's exactly what it is. And there's a hadith that says, "Leave your legacy behind in this world." And that's exactly what people sadqa jariyah does, right? So when people, for example, somebody passes away and a well is created in their name, for example, that's exactly what that does. And your charity work will speak for you on the day of judgment. Your good work, one little piece of advice or difference you made in this world, can make the biggest difference. And it's not about how much you give to a charity, because like Tesco say, every little helps. But it's just nice to see, like I was saying earlier, just so many like-minded individuals. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention, that when you get involved in charity work, you also meet so many like-minded young people and individuals who are passionate about the same work that you want to do and the same difference that you want to make.
And you bounce off each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, this is what making a difference is all about, right? Sometimes people think that charity is just about giving money to somebody, or somebody might think that making a difference is about money. No, it's not about money. It's also giving your time and giving some advice to somebody as well. And this is when you have all that knowledge, Farah, and you don't pass that knowledge on, then you've not done justice, have you? You can't take this knowledge with you, can you, Farah?
Yeah, where are you going to take it?
You can't take it anywhere. Do you and I want to be the richest people in the graveyard, in the cemetery? We don't do it because
No.
no good to us there.
Yeah.
So your knowledge, your hard-earned cash is all going to be left behind here in this dunya, right? So let's live like a tree and give. Like the tree gives oxygen, we all have to give goodness to people.
Let's try and
every
get
day.
that trending hashtag. Let's live like a tree.
Let's live like a tree and be mad. That's what we have to do. That is the life of a mad entrepreneur. All entrepreneurs, they are mad. Why? Because they do mad things.
Yeah.
And they make a difference. So everybody out there makes a difference if they put their mind to it, right? You can make a difference. So sometimes, brothers and sisters, don't think that is only money. It's not that. Your time is the biggest value in this life. What you do with it, how you expand upon it. Like, I'm very happy this morning. As you can see, you can feel it from the way I am talking to you all, is because in the studio today, I have one young person who started their career in the world of giving very early in this life. And if I was their mother and father, all of you out there, then you have to say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thank you for the biggest gift you've given me is children who are doing this good work, right?
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
we brothers and sisters have to step up our game more so than our father did, our mothers did, or our grandfathers did, right? If we continue to say that we are not going to change, we're going to remain the same, then you are going to be one of those human beings who's going to be left behind on the train track.
Do you want to be left behind, Zed?
I don't want to be left behind. I want to be learning till the day I leave this dunya, right? I want to learn every day. I'm a kind of a person, look into my eye and you see a person who adapts to change every day.
That's what life is about, being a chameleon, living life like a chameleon. You want to adapt and change to everything that touches you, everybody that touches you in a way, in just a beautiful soul-touching way, basically.
Well, brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you something now that today in this studio at Ramadan Eva 102.5 FM, I have met my match. I have actually met somebody as mad as me. So Farah, you and I are going to connect very well in all our endeavors going forward.
Inshallah.
We're going to make a difference, and we're going to get a lot of other youngsters like you together to make that difference and create a huge family and show the world why Leicester is the champions of this world.
Yeah.
It's a city of champions, isn't it? And off the top of your head, they must be 20 charities that you know who are doing good.
So many, alhamdulillah. The thing is, the people of Leicester, or the people I know anywhere, are the driving force of a charity, and their willingness to go to lengths, for example, travel abroad, go leave their families, leave their comfort zones behind, go to war zones, go to help those in need. That is something really selfless to do, and something we don't all have the opportunity for. So it's amazing to see that people are willing to go to lengths to do great work for some amazing charities out there.
Now, why Farah is an asset in the community? After this break, I'm going to go through a list of some of the wonderful work that she has done. You don't just walk into this studio and be called an asset in the community without having your bio, what we call your CV, fully studied by our producer,
Scrutinized.
scrutinized, in great detail. And we're going to go through all these wonderful places that Farah has been to. And you're all going to learn that, well, what is the benefit in that? What do you gain out of that? How much passion you need to do all of that? And commitment and grit. There's a lot to it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's wonderful that your parents supported you in these initiatives.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. My parents are very liberal when it comes to things like that. They're still very Islamic minded, rather than cultural minded. But for to push me and support me in everything that I've achieved till date, I can't thank my parents enough for it. And I urge parents out there to push your children to their abilities, to the best of their abilities, to support them in good work that they're going to do. Because you know what? It could have gone a whole different way with your child. But if your child wants to do great charity work and help people,
MashaAllah, Farah has made it absolutely clear there that, brothers and sisters, the greatest gift to a mother and father is their children.
yeah,
When the children come good, that is it. The parents' job is done. Allah is pleased with them that, mashallah, you have brought these children up to be astute, to be aspiring, and to make a difference to other people in this world, right? That is when Allah is pleased with you. So, brothers and sisters, in this month of Ramadan, let's not look at it being just 30 days. Let's use these 30 days to make 365 days count.
yeah,
And every day that we are here is our opportunity to do good. And Farah, when I see young people like you taking this challenge on, taking this initiative on, it inspires me to do more,
yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
And to support you, young people, in the good work that you're doing. So there's not, you can never do enough.
Never.
And if you're tired from doing good, that is a blessing. That is also a blessing, right? You sleep well, and the angels are blessing you, when you're doing good all day in the path of other people. So Jazakallah khair. We are going to join you after the break. So don't go away. We're only going to be away for about 5 to 6 minutes, So be patient and come back straight away, and just go and do something, but come back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. We are back to join you. Welcome to the program this morning. You're listening to ZED on the AIC breakfast show. Although we call it that, but it's not really a breakfast show, is it? Because we are fasting, aren't we, Farah?
Yeah.
So
But if we weren't fasting, it would be breakfast time,
of
right?
course it would be. So you're listening to ZED on Ramadan special, EVA 102.5 FM. With me in the studio is one of the most gifted people in Leicester called Farah Ferreira.
I wouldn't say I'm the most gifted.
You know what? When you are doing this good work, it's a gift. Also, it's a look at it as a gift as well from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Because many people out there who don't see this as a gift and they would not understand. So sometimes you are here today because we, the people of Leicester and everybody here at EVA 102.5 FM, show appreciation to you, Farah. You have joined our crew now because you are an asset in the community. So the brother was asking, is she in the top 100 of Leicester? What do you mean by the top 100? She's in the top 10. That's what I'm going to tell you. Go for it, Farah, and explain to this world your endeavors, where you've been, and go through the list.
I have a really bad memory, but I'm going to try my best. Actually, I've climbed Kilimanjaro.
Man, that cannot be an easy thing to do.
It wasn't.
All that altitude, all those heights, all those breathing issues. Certainly, that is something that I've got put on my bucket list, But you know what? Just start by climbing a hill at Bradgate Park and you'll make a good start.
And you'll be out of breath, right?
You'll be out of breath, yeah. So that is great, you did that initiative and that could not have been very easy. So apart from Kilimanjaro, where else have you been?
I went to Palestine last year.
MashaAllah, that is a trip as well. These are the kind of trips that you do. Along these trips, you see and you experience a lot, don't you?
Yeah. Well, and I ran the Palestine Marathon there, actually. In the first...
You're running marathons as well?
Yeah.
You are a runner as well? Yeah. There you go. She is now well on the way. She's just crossed the M on the word mad. She's making a difference.
Let me get to A and D first.
Go for it. Go for it.
When I went to Kilimanjaro, actually, I took a group of 10 people with us, and we raised over £48,000 for the people of Gaza.
48,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. MashaAllah. Let's move on now from Palestine, Gaza, all these beautiful places in this world you've been to, and you've done a lot of good charity work like that. So each time when these youngsters are taking on these challenges, they don't have any personal gain from it. They don't do it because they want to do it for themselves. They all get into a group and they do it for charity.
Yeah.
They do it so that they can make a difference to other people in this world, brothers and sisters. So that's why I'm surely inspired when I meet all these beautiful young people that are doing this good work, right? So what else have you done? So people still out there are saying, is that all? Give it to them.
I guess, I know you said people that we're not doing it for ourselves, but I think in a way we are, because it gives us a sense of satisfaction and a sense of happiness that, oh my God, I'm doing something for the greater good of somebody else. And I think that is, look, I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but everybody in the charity sector is selfless in what they do, because what they do is not physically gaining themselves, but maybe spiritually, emotionally, and, for the akhirah they're gaining, aren't they?
Of course, this is something very, very deep, brothers and sisters. Your emotional intelligence is developed, your spiritual intelligence is developed, and all these are the intelligences that are absolutely necessary to take you through that river in this world. The very deep, in this world you are going through your life, and you can sink quite easily if you haven't built all these intelligences in you.
You can drown in this world, can't you?
Easily, very easily. And people, all of us, we walk through like a rose garden full of thorns. And anytime while we are walking, these thorns are here to sting you, right? And we got to learn how to navigate through these. So the kind of work that you're doing is helping you, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Now, inshallah, Farah, today, my intention, our intention is that all of you listening out there, Get your children involved, get them down here to the studio today and join all the good things that the One Nation crew are going to be doing here today. And you will learn much more, and just simply by getting your children involved. So today, Farah, you and I are going to make a difference to encourage people to come here to the studio with their children.
Yeah, for sure. Reach out to these charities, reach out to people that you may know in the community. Just get your children involved. There's never, for example, there was an event the other week, and my friend, she's got 2 young children. One's just a toddler. And she brought them along. She was like, I'm volunteering, and I'm volunteering my children too.
Of course, brothers and sisters, never will there be a situation in the beautiful city of Leicester that you will scratch your head and say, which charity am I going to support? There are so many, is on there.
If anything, you're confused, which one do I go to?
Which one you go to, right? We have so many. If I went through the list, I'll be missing out at least 50. So, all of us speak to each other, ask each other, which charity do you support? Why do you support them? What is the reason? And do what you can. Enlist your children to join these charities to do good. That's what we're here to promote to everybody. This is the month of reflection. So, Farah, tell us now more about you.
About me.
I've put her in a spot, brothers and sisters. While I'm chatting with you, she's thinking. Of course, she does not want to blow her own trumpet, as she said earlier on. But Farah, those of you who know her, I'm going to tell you a little story after Farah is finished as to how I came across this individual.
I honestly, my mind has gone blank right now. I'm just thinking about all the amazing people that I've met. For example, the border of Turkey and Syria that I visited twice. I was lucky enough to connect with the orphans in our orphanage. And it's just such a beautiful feeling when you're sitting there playing with them, running around on the field, or, playing football with them, letting off lanterns in the sky with them. It's just a beautiful thing and a beautiful experience to have in itself. And it's nice that if you're able to do these trips abroad, volunteer abroad, I always, whoever I speak to, I urge them to do something along those lines. If they have the opportunity to do so, to take it by the reins and just create an experience for yourself that grows you from within and grows your soul like nothing else can. We've got loads of people listening now. Mubina says hi Mubina.
That is Farah's fan base. That's soon to become my fan base. There's a beautiful message there, right? I'd like you to read that, Farah, or should I read that?
Yeah, you go ahead, Zed.
You are the boss here now. Salams, Farah. So impressed, mashallah, that you climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. Sometimes Instagram influencers get bad press, but many do amazing work for good causes like you. May your good work be blessed.
Oh, Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Sharmeen.
Sharmeen, thank you for that wonderful message. Salam, Brother Zed. Have been awake since 6:45 a.m. That is a member of the ZED crew.
That's a Zed's fan base, guys.
That's right, yeah. So it's also nature, feed their children, inner compassion, humanity, care, and kindness.
Yeah,
Beautiful
so that's
message.
exactly what it's all about. It's nature, isn't it? Nurture, sorry.
Nurture, yeah. So introduce children to the benefits of charity work at a young age. They'll learn to appreciate making a difference to those less fortunate than us. See these wonderful people? Even they have realized that Farah is making a difference. So, wow, this is a message that I would like to read, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Farah's mum. There's a little bit of nepotism going on here. Mummy is calling. I would like to say it is Farah has got us all, young and old, involved in charitable causes, whether that's samosa, selling samosas and dates or clothes, or getting involved in walks. Now my producer is absolutely rocking on his chair as soon as I mention the word samosas, right? He just electrifies and wakes up. So that is what I was talking about earlier on. Farah's mom has given Farah a shed of a tear in her eye, right? Because when her mom has given such a wonderful hug live on radio to Farah, then Farah is feeling that emotion. So her emotion intelligence has kicked in. So, brothers and sisters, this is what it's all about, right? Parents, they absolutely do a wonderful job when their children go in this direction. Sometimes even parents, they start adapting to change when they see that their children are going down this road of goodness.
Oh, look, she said the story about the first charity.
Okay, here's another one I'm going to read. She has been a giver, as I remember. Once we were walking on Belgrave Road, that is a road in Leicester, on the right side of me, and a lady came across asking for money, but I didn't have any change, so I turned her away. Little Farah, who was about 4 years old, was so upset and asked me, "Mummy, why didn't you give this lady money?" Right? Now, this is very, very touching. Even my emotional intelligence is going to kick in now if Mummy carries on like that. So this is wonderful. This is what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. We're here to make a difference. So when I mentioned earlier on that at the age of 4, start your children off in the world of giving. Now, Farah, the person who was asking me, is she on the 100 list? Of course she is. If she started at the age of 4 in the world of giving, then she's in the top 10.
Oh, everyone, I'm shouting out to my best friend, Sumaya, Flawless by Sumaya. She's saying, "Oh, are you crying? Cute." And Shani Star, shout out to Shani. She's saying, "Oh, you're so cute. Thank you so much." Everybody's literally like watching me cry here.
Well, there you are. So Farah is absolutely buzzing right now. The emotional intelligence has kicked in. And all her fans out there, all of you who are watching, listening, wake up to a dream.
I don't have fans. Right? I have family, guys.
Family friends. Yeah, all of you. Farah is certainly a leading lady in the making. Right? That's what Farah is. She's a leading lady in the making, right? So she's making a difference. She is absolutely living up to dreams of other people. She's making it happen because she's just not sitting around. If she thinks it, she goes out and does it. That's what I like. That's why, brothers and sisters, she is here today. Okay, there's a message here. She is invited 24th June to our Leading Ladies event. There you are. There's another message for you.
Thank you so much. Is it Mahmouda? Thank you, Mahmouda.
Yeah. She's invited you to her Leading Ladies event. So, Farah, that is what it's all about, So, now I hope that the person who told me that is she in the top 100, I'll think I'm going to track that person down and sit with him and have a one-to-one with him and explain to him what it's all about here. So, Shabazz Khan has joined us. Jazakallah khair for that. And of course, Shabazz Khan is stepping up, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's stepping up when he's listening to the ZED program on the breakfast show. Anybody who wakes up to listen to me is already stepping up. That's what I got to say. So Huzaifa Logat, he's also woken up. And I know that he just is a late timer. So they're all waking up slowly. Now, you see how they wake up? You know why? They were asleep before. Because I wasn't wearing my glasses.
Oh.
This is my fan base who like to see me wearing glasses.
Your swag's come out, has it?
That's right. And as soon as I do that, they start to wake up, right? And that's what it's all about. So Farah, tell me, today we have One Nation here doing a lot of good work. You are very familiar with them, aren't you?
Yes.
You've done some work with those wonderful guys led by Majid Freeman.
I haven't, but I would love to get involved.
Okay, so today, if you're free, bring all your family over and we're going to connect with them. And in the shop downstairs, they've got loads of things going on. You got some cakes, you got some dates, So come here, make a date here with One Nation today.
What time, Zed? What time?
Well, they're going to kick off here after 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And I would like people to come in and engage with them. Wonderful young team there. And this is what we have to do, brothers and sisters, is support them. There's another message here. Well done, Farah Ferrero, on the amazing work. Keep working hard and doing good for the community.
Thank you so much, Shabazz.
Of course, now I'm going to tell you something, guys. When Farah is doing good for the community, it doesn't stop there, brothers and sisters. She is doing good for humanity, right? You see, the word community and humanity are connected, aren't they? Are they connected?
They're connected, they're related, they're twins, they're brothers.
You are definitely an asset to the community, right?
I think Shabazz is an asset to the community with the work that him and his
Shabazz
sister
is like
does.
me. They like to be the silent ones. You know, we are from that mode of human beings that we like to be in the background, silent but deadly. That's what we are.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. I'm friends with his
Yeah,
sister, and
that's right.
I've got her speaking at an event on the weekend, actually on Sunday, and I'm excited to know what they've got going on as well.
Of course, they've got lots going on all
Yeah.
the time, you know, and we sort of keep track with each other and all the time, and we know what's going on. So, you know, the thing is, right now, we're going to get into some very deep questions now here for you. What can young people do today to make a difference to our community, to develop our community?
To develop our community, I think number one, it's you as an individual in this community having that mindset that the little I can do can make the biggest difference. Sorry. And it's just about being selfless with your time and your effort and thinking, I'm okay. I'm willing to go to lengths to do whatever it takes, to be honest. I'm literally, everything that you've said about me, I am nothing near those things. I am nothing near being an asset to the community. If anything, I still strive to be and do, I want to do whatever it takes to be and become an asset in the future, inshallah, because I still think there's so much left to do in my life that I think I should make time for, and I don't think this is it. This is not the end for me, and I've got so much more to achieve, inshallah.
Of course, we as your elders, what role can we play to make a difference to you? Give it to me now.
Just the fact that you're providing a platform for like-minded individuals like me is an amazing thing. It's out of this world that people like yourselves here are putting young people on the radio and giving them a voice, something which past generations have never even thought of doing, only because they're too scared of the risks and too scared that these kids are going to be so outspoken. We can't give them a platform. How do we trust them?
Well, here's what we're going to do. This is a suggestion, of course. We don't do anything here without consultation, right?
Yeah.
If I let you be the lead to select 5 aspiring youngsters, right? And we put them here on this chair and they do the Q&A live and we make a good program, right? We listen to them and they fire the bullets to me.
Yeah.
To say, this is what we want. What are you going to do about it?
Done. Yeah. 5 in my head already.
Are you
done.
Are you up for that? Are you ready?
I am down.
Are we going to make a difference together?
We are going to make the biggest difference to Leicester.
Now, you know what
and
we
beyond.
say? We say here on the studio all the time, together everyone achieves more success.
Oh, really? Because
Yes.
I always say, what do I say? Oh my God, I forgot. My mind just keeps going blank. It's too early for me, Zed.
You see, Farah is just too early. Her battery's not charged up like that, right? But before she leaves the studio in 6 minutes and 20 seconds, you are listening to Zed on the Eva FM 102.5 FM on the Ramadan special. Before she leaves the studio, she'll remember everything, right? Because memory development courses are available here at the studio at Ramadan FM. So you will be totally zedified. So of course, if you set that up, right, and then we find a slot for that and we do a program, right, maybe it might be one of the late night programs and we can sit together and banter. Of course, we don't want to do programs where there's no end game. We say here on the radio that after 30 days, what's going to happen in 11 months? So what I'm going to do is make some suggestions. So give feedback to me, all of you out there. We want every one of you to take part in this initiative. Let us select many youngsters and let us capacity build them, all of them, right? Are you ready for that?
I'm ready. Are you ready, Zed?
I am like an ever-ready battery, right? If my name was not Zed, they would have called me Duracell, right? Ready for action.
Are you that bunny
all the time.
Are you that bunny rabbit from the advert?
I'll look that up. I'll look that up. I'll
The
look that up. Yeah,
Duracell rabbit.
the Duracell rabbit. Have you seen that ad? The Mercedes with all those batteries and saying it's a battery-powered car, and you open the door and all the batteries fall out. Right, here we are. We have a wonderful message here. Farah, can you read that for me?
It's about time youngsters were given a voice. It's time for these budding pearls to come out and show the older generation how to move forward in a positive way and break out of culture and tradition.
Well, it's not only culture and tradition that brings us down. There's also patriotism, there's nationalism, and there's all these different isms.
Sheer laziness and sheer
laziness.
getting out of bed and doing stuff.
Right, Farah, somebody sent you a message. You got a lot of these family here kicking in a lot of emotion here. I will read that message out to people out there. Farah, I love you. I'm so proud of you, and you make me and hundreds so happy. It was the biggest blessing bumping into you at the Masjid Nabawi. You're a beautiful friend, amazing daughter, and the best sister to me. That is your elder sister. She's sending you that message.
That is Sumaya, guys. We met in Masjid Nabawi in 2014.
That's your sister in the deen, and this is what I like. This is what I like, is that people, they get together. And you know, sometimes God engages people with each other for a reason.
Right, exactly. We were talking about this yesterday, right, Zed?
Yeah.
We were talking about how it's destiny that you're meant to meet people, that me and Sumaya were meant to connect in Masjid Nabawi, that me and Zed were supposed to connect on the radio. It was just meant to be, and good things are coming.
Okay, guys, we got 3 minutes and 29 seconds going, and my producer, I can see him through the window waving his hands all over the place. Now, what it is, I'm going to tell you how I met this beautiful young lady. Is another lady went to do a charity modest rail event.
Yeah, last weekend.
Last weekend at the Tipu Sultan restaurant. And what happened? She met up with Farah. She came, gave me a business card, and she says, Zed, you must get this girl on the show. I said, why? What does she do? And she run through it with so much excitement and passion to me. Her name was Mariam. And I said, okay, I'm going to connect with her and get her on the show. And then I need a good week to do a lot of research. Not just anybody can walk into this chair on Saturday mornings, right? So I did all that research. My producer was helping me. And that's how she ended up here, brothers and sisters. That is a story. If you're interested in that story, if you found it interesting, put your right hand up. Otherwise, just stay in bed, asleep. So, Farah, have you had a good experience here today?
Yes, so much so. I'm actually so grateful and thankful for you inviting me, and I'm hoping that I can just get my hands stuck in and get more involved, inshallah. So thank you so much.
Brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you now, while we are talking live on Ramadan special Eva FM 102.5 FM, Farah has also been tuned in to her hundreds of followers on every media platform you can think of, brothers and sisters. So this is what's been happening, you know. So we've been very active and live this morning, haven't we?
Yes, we've been creating a hype in the city of Leicester.
Of course we have, and that's how we're going to do it. We're going to make a difference. All of you people out there, you got to join us in this initiative. This is a mad initiative here at Ramadan Special Eva 102.5 FM. I want you all to join this initiative in the city of Leicester, and we make a difference not only to our families, to our community, but to the wider community. That is when we will have achieved success, brothers and sisters. Yes?
Yes.
Are you with me?
I am with you, Zed.
Brothers and sisters, I'm now going to leave Farah to say last few words before we close this program today.
I just want to say, guys, if you have the ability to do something great, don't hold back. Go for it. Take the opportunity by the reins and jump into the deep end, because there's no time like the present. But thank you for listening, guys. I hope to speak to you all soon again.
Right now, we've got next on for a little short period of time, for half an hour, Brother Riaz Khan. He's going to talk to you about some wonderful issues prevalent in the community, and all his crew are already excited there behind me and just eagerly waiting to come on. I can see the excitement on their faces, so don't go away, because they're going to entertain you more than I could ever do, right? This is Brother Riaz here, my brother in the deen. He's going to come here and he's going to just charge up your battery some more, brothers and sisters. So are you ready, Brother Riaz? Yes. He's ready to go. So from me, from Farah, my new best friend, that's going to be my bestie from today onwards. We're going to say goodbye. Jazakallah khair.